I'm C.M. Coleman and welcome to C.M. Coleman Home. Today I am doing chocolate coconut oatmeal breakfast cookies, and it comes from a blog called Chocolate, Chocolate, and More Chocolate by Joan Hayes. This is a really simple recipe and it'll go together pretty quick. It just takes a little bit of time in the beginning. So what I'm starting with is half a cup of softened butter. So I'm going to put my butter into the bowl. And yeah, it's really soft. One nice thing about working under studio lights, it helps soften things up. Alright, half a cup of butter. Then to that I'm going to add, this is half a cup of peanut butter. So we have half a cup of butter and half a cup of peanut butter. Remember, the recipes are always underneath, they're always in the descriptions, so you can check that out. We're going to turn that on. Of course we're going to turn that on. We're going to turn that on once I figure out how to work my own mixer. I'm going to add a pinch of sea salt. If you're using, and this is like 1/8 of a teaspoon, if you're using regular salt, you want to use a teaspoon of regular salt. This is a cup and a half of sugar. So we'll just throw our sugar in there. Now the fun part. What we get to do now is we get to beat this for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't forget in those 5 minutes to also scrape your bowl down. Now we're going to add the rest of our liquid ingredients. I have 1/4 of a cup of water. This is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And 1 egg. We'll just let those whip together. Get this out of our way also. Here I have 1½ cups of flour, to which I'm going to add half a teaspoon of baking soda, and I'm going to whisk that together right now while that is mixing. You notice we are almost done with these. That's what I love about cookies. They go pretty quick. Alright, now that that's there, I'm going to turn this off for a second and scrape the bowl down, of course, again. Make sure that you scrape the bowls down because you need to get all of this mixed in together. There we go. Don't forget this side. There. Quick scrape. While that is going, I'm now going to add my flour mixture. Don't forget to check out the recipe, which is in the description below. It will have all the information that you need. Okay, we don't want to mix this, we don't want to beat this up too much. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add we're going to do this in the specific order. You don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm going to add my oats, 1 cup of oats, 1 cup of shredded coconut, and 1 cup of pecans. There. That was real quick. We'll toss that in there too. Make sure you get everything out. Set this off to the side. Now, the last thing I have is 1¼ of a cup of chocolate chips. And mine are dark chocolate chips. I just mix that in there real quick. My oven is preheated at 375 degrees. I have parchment lined sheets, and this is just like making a normal cookie. Take my scooper, drop them down onto the sheets, and that's all there is to it. It really is that simple. You're going to want to bake these for 8 to 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on them, because I found that these cookies sometimes go faster, sometimes go longer. So I want to stress, keep an eye on them. Now with these cookies, what I found, and this is my own personal opinion, I like to flatten them once I have them on the sheet. But they are really good, and they're sort of a pretty good for you breakfast cookie. And the reason I make them this size instead of a larger size, well, I'll admit it, because I can then take more than 1 cookie and not feel guilty about it. Pretty good, huh? Alright, once I've got all of these on the sheet, there we go. I'll just go through with my hands real quick. Like I said, I like to flatten them down. You might not. You might like to leave them up, but I like to flatten mine. And I didn't flatten them too much. Put this into the oven, bake them until they're golden brown, and we'll be right back. Fresh out of the oven, you're going to let these cool for 5 minutes on the tray, and then put them on the cooling racks and let them cool the rest of the way. From experience, I can tell you these freeze really well, and they're a great thing to have for breakfast. It's just really cool. It's pretty healthy because it has a lot of protein in it, and so it's a great way to start your morning. This is a great breakfast cookie. I think you'll like it. Give it a try. I'm CM Coleman, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like. Also, you can favorite and share it on social media. Don't forget to check out my other channels, CM Coleman Home, CM Coleman Daily, and CM Coleman Games. Once again, I'm CM Coleman, and make yourself at home.